Welcome to the Stevia Show. It's the Stevia Show. Helping you expand on what you know. Throw in a meme of the week and a review of the screen. And you have a show that covers everything.
Hey, Team Stevia, and welcome to episode 96 of The Stevia Show.
A talk show podcast that covers pop culture, world news, local artistry, and everything in between.
As always, this is Steve.
And this is Lydia.
And we hope everybody is having a great day. Welcome back, Lydia.
Thank you.
How was your bachelorette party?
Oh, it was so fun.
Yeah.
Thank you, Taryn, for being me for a weekend.
Yes.
But yeah, my friends planned the perfect weekend for me. It was awesome.
Awesome. Yeah. I guess and also congratulations to Taryn for being married.
Yes, congrats, Taryn.
That
Woo!
was just 2 days ago.
Yep.
Because today's Monday. But yeah, so your bachelorette party looked like a blast. So
it was fun.
What do you think your favorite part was?
Oh, man, I had a lot of the whole weekend was my favorite part.
Really? Okay.
I mean, even the drive down there, I mean, it doesn't get any better when you get to go on like a short road trip with your best friends.
Right.
So even the drive down there was fun. We went to the Dallas Aquarium, which is also kind of like a zoo because there's so much stuff there. We found an awesome Mexican restaurant for lunch, and then dinner was it was just, the whole weekend was great. And we went to the outlet malls the next day. Oh, man.
Yeah, didn't you get like a huge discount on Kendra Scott or Kate Spade?
Kate Spade,
Boom,
yes.
there we go. All right.
I think everyone bought something for Kate Spade that day because it was just a killer discount.
Didn't your friend Kristen get a discount for being a teacher?
A teacher, yeah. So at Kate Spade outlet, it was like 60% off plus another 20% off plus Kristen's teacher discount of 15% off.
Nice.
So we were all like, well, let's just buy the store.
Right, we're just going to ball out.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, exactly. So it was a blast. I'm glad to be back, but I wish we could go back because it was so fun.
Awesome. Yeah, sounds good. And then so the Dallas Aquarium and Zoo sounds like the zoo up in Omaha. I don't know if you've been there or not.
I've never been, but it's like one of the best top
amazing,
zoos.
But it has like but all of it is like they have like these big domes and they have they match the climate for the animals.
See, that's
it's
cool.
Super
Have
rad.
you been? They do that in. Oh gosh, it's like in Galveston, but maybe not in Galveston. But they're pyramids.
Oh,
and
that's
each
cool.
pyramid is like a see-through pyramid, but each pyramid is a different, like it's the rainforest and the desert. It's super cool.
Okay, right on.
We love that.
We do. We love animals and we love zoos that do good conservation work.
Yes. So we don't have any guests. It's just us.
It's just us today. And it's going to be kind of hit and miss the past few weeks, or the next few weeks, like because you're getting wifed up, you're getting on a honeymoon.
I am husband up, technically, I guess.
Oh, okay. No,
because I'm the wife.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Okay. Well, I mean, I just always like saying wifed up because I just think that's like a funnier word.
Yeah, it is funny.
Because like, so yesterday for Taryn, I said like Taryn's getting, but then that makes sense. Never mind.
Then that makes sense.
Whatever. All right.
I'm glad we got through that.
We
got through that together right then.
We did. So for the meme of the week this week, everybody will be against Dalton this Friday.
What is happening?
He's won now 4 in a row.
It's Stevia show history.
Well, it was already history when he won 3.
Right.
So now it's double history.
It's double history.
That's essentially a month. 4 weeks in a row is essentially a month. So for the whole month of like the latter half of September and now the middle of October, that's already the middle of October.
Yeah.
He has won. But this meme is hilarious. So in the Discord, we have Assmaster69.
Which, did people not know who that was?
Apparently Blake Westerby didn't. I always knew who it was.
Well, yeah. Clearly we knew.
I think we all did,
but
except
there's
for Blake.
some people in the Discord that was like, wait, it's Ethan?
And I think by some people, I literally think it was just Blake.
Was it just Blake?
I think so. But I think Blake tried to play it off as like, oh, I always knew who it was.
Oh, we know that?
No, Blake
he
definitely didn't. So,
no idea.
The meme here is the gang from Scooby-Doo. So Fred, Shaggy, Daphne, Velma, and of course Scooby. And then it has Fred unmasking the ghost. So Fred, it says Daltron, and then the ghost says Assmaster69. And then whenever he pulls the hood off, it's a picture of Ethan. So that was hilarious. And I loved Joe's memes here that got the honorable mention.
Yeah.
Whenever he rustles my jimmies, because I love
that is hilarious,
and it's so easy to rustle my jimmies.
Yeah.
So yeah, congratulations to Dalton, but I anticipate it will be everybody versus him on Friday.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to see a lot of people come out on Friday to try to dethrone Dalton.
I'm already planning anti-Dalton memes.
Oh.
So yeah, so we'll just have to wait and see.
I guess I'm going to need to get some memes going this week.
Absolutely. And then so for the media review, you have 2, or kind of 2.
They're basically two halves that equal a whole.
And then we have a listener submission.
We'll get
to as the third one.
Yes, and it's hilarious. So, like I said, I promised somebody that I would try to watch something spooky for every episode. Okay.
Mike.
So, Mike, listen. I tried to watch Ratched on Netflix, which is under the spooky section, and it's a new Netflix original. It's called Ratched. It's a young nurse at a mental institution becomes jaded and bitter before turning into a full-fledged monster to her patients.
Okay.
So it's starring Sarah Paulson, which she is the horror it's another show, horror
American Horror Story?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
She's in all of the seasons of American Horror Story. Sarah Paulson is known as the spooky queen. Okay. And so I was like, okay. I said basically the queen of spooky season shows.
Right.
So I was like, all right, I'm going to try this out. So listen. I'm going to go to my notes first before I go to Rotten Tomato score. So I said, listen, team, I couldn't get through the second episode. It was a little creepy, but it took way too long to get the plot, and I'm not even sure if I even understood the plot by the end of the second episode.
Okay.
Basically, I didn't finish it, and I probably never will.
Okay.
It's boring. There was 2 sex scenes and some blood, but it was not what
together.
Separate.
Oh, okay. Well, just the way you said it, there's 2 sex scenes and some blood. They made it seem like it was somebody's getting stabbed or whatever.
Yeah, during sex. No. Yeah. No, separate. So
okay.
Then there was some blood, and it was just really slow. So if you've already seen it, Mike, and you disagree, let me know. But I'm telling you right now, it's probably not worth the watch.
Okay.
Rotten Tomatoes was giving it a 60%, and I gave it I'm going to probably give it actually a 3 out of 10.
Oh, wow. That
I put down a 5. I put it down as a 5 out of 10, but now that I'm reliving the time I spent watching this show, I'm going to just say 3 out of 10. Not worth the watch. It wasn't even scary. Meh.
Dang.
So, another thing is The Haunting of Bly Manor came out, which I was super excited about. A few weeks ago, and so it finally came out. I did get to watch. Okay, wait. The story tells of a young governess hired by a man to look after his niece and nephew at the family country house after they fall into his care. Arriving at the Bly estate, she begins to see apparitions that proceed to haunt the premises.
Ooh.
This is starring Victoria Pedretti, Oliver Jackson, Henry Thomas, basically nobody that really was big before this show. So as a note, I did want to say just a reminder that this is not a direct sequel of Hill House, but is produced by the same team. Bly Manor is loosely based on an 1898 novel, The Turn of the Screw by Henry James.
Okay.
So as I'm sitting here today, I have not finished Bly Manor yet. I am halfway through, and it is pretty great.
This is a television series, right?
It's on Netflix. Okay. It's a Netflix original, I think.
Okay, but it is episodic.
Yes. Okay. Episodes, yeah. And I think there's maybe 10 episodes. So I'm only halfway, so maybe by next week I'll be finished with it. I haven't scored it yet because I'm not done.
Okay.
But Rotten Tomatoes opening day was given an 87%. Okay, cool. Which is, I think, pretty good.
Okay. So far, do you agree with the 87%?
Yeah. So far, I probably would give it an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
It's, I don't think it's as good as Hill House. Hill House was just so good, though, as spooky season goes. But it is a good spooky season.
Okay. Cool deal.
And then we have our listener.
We do, yes.
Sam Smith. He apparently wanted to give a movie review over Paul Blart Mall Cop because I have apparently not seen it, and Steven has seen the first one.
And apparently I don't understand the lore.
So we don't understand. So Sam Smith sent us a little voice memo that we're going to listen to now about his version or his media review of Paul Blart Mall Cop 1 and 2.
And then we will respond throughout, or we can let the whole thing play. We'll just hear for yourselves, and then we'll talk about it. So without further ado, here is Sam Smith from The Others Like Us and his I don't even know, his thesis on Paul Blart Mall Cop. His thesis.
Yeah. That's
Okay, here we go.
Steven and Lydia, I'm disappointed. I've been listening to this show since episode 27,
Long
and
time.
honestly, saying disappointed is an understatement.
The fact that he knows.
Because the past 2 weeks, you have desecrated and vandalized the name of the Lord of the Mall, Paul Blart. Steven, don't even think you're safe here because you've seen the first one. In the episode 95 of your show, you and your brother falsely claim that Paul Blart has a sugar overdose? Really? Come on. He obviously has hyperglycemia and has suffered 2 attacks in not just one movie, but both movies. It's like you haven't even seen them, dude. Come on. And Lydia, don't think you're safe just because you haven't seen either of them. That's a sin even worse than what Steven has committed. You don't understand how good this movie is. It has won the Oscar for Best Movie 12 years in a row.
I don't know about that,
Sam. I cannot explain to you how much of a masterclass of cinematography this is.
It's like Citizen Kane, but better.
It weaves such mind-blowing filmmaking with complex plot lines that you couldn't even understand if you've watched it once.
Oh my god.
You may think it's about Paul Blart going to Las Vegas to some security convention and a hotel resort, and then it gets heisted by a bunch of different weird guys. But no, okay? It's much deeper than that. This film deals with the mind-shattering, universe-jumping hell dimension that is Wynn Hotel, which has only been captured in cinema once because there's only one movie strong enough to contain it, and that is Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. You know, do you think that, he's just going to fight the bad guys and save the day? But this story is much deeper and runs much, much darker than you would ever expect. He fights the Shadow Man, which only reveals himself once in the scene where Paul Blart has to fight a bird out in the middle of a field, which is bizarre because it's in the middle of a hotel.
Wait,
okay?
what?
You guys don't understand how much complexity there went into writing this incredible masterpiece of a movie. You know, the Shadow Man is not even been mentioned by name, but he's only known in the lore if you'd ever have to look it up. Okay? He is the reason that in the beginning of Paul Blart 2, Paul Blart's wife left him after 6 days of marriage. Okay? He's the reason Paul Blart's mom died by being hit by a milk truck, which, newsflash, milk trucks haven't existed since, 1970. Who gives a crap? But really,
accurate.
You guys have disappointed me so much by
the D word.
Your false claims. Oh, it's just a silly movie. It's not. It is a lifestyle and is the best movie that has ever been made and will ever be made.
Bold.
It will be a inspiration for cinema for eons and eons to continue. And I need you to understand that. Okay. Best of luck with the rest of the episode, and just watch the movie.
Okay. So
thank you, Sam.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sam. So obviously, Sam has some pretty strong feelings.
Wow.
But the thing is that apparently, when you were saying spoilers, apparently the 6 days of marriage and the milk truck, that doesn't compare to the Shadow Man.
Yeah.
So it's obviously the Shadow guy. So how about we make a promise to Sam? I will watch Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 sometime this week, and you will watch Paul Blart Mall Cop 1.
Yes.
And then you will follow.
And I will come back with my thesis on Paul Blart Mall Cop.
I think you'll enjoy it.
I just have some questions.
Okay.
So Sam, talk to me. Did you watch Paul Blart Mall Cop 1 and 2 this week, take notes, and then decide to have I just stuttered, to have a tangent?
Normally that's me who does that.
But I don't know what that was.
Paul Blart has blown your mind so much and you haven't even seen it.
Sam has blown my mind. So Sam, was this just all like you just were like, I'm going to record this and send it to the Stevia show? Or did you pre-write this? Because if that was just off the top of your head, I am impressed, man. And I can promise you that I will watch it this week. Is it on? I'm sure it's streaming somewhere. If not, I'll get it on something. I got you.
Yeah, right.
Wink.
So I can perfectly legally obtain it for you.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I will, Sam, at some point this week, watch Paul Blart Mall Cop 2.
I did have another question for him, but I can't remember what it was.
Oh, was it about?
I'm going to assume that he just thinks that it's a 10 out of 10.
Right. Well, it has won the Oscar 12 years in a row.
12 years, which is interesting because I've covered the Oscars on this show for the last 3 years. Right. 2 years, and I don't know about that. But.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're probably getting the wrong information.
Yeah,
it's more than
fake news. Clearly, I watch the fake news.
It's the fake news Oscars.
Fake news media. That's what
The phony Oscars is what we've been watching. Oh, that's another Trump word, phony. I forgot about that. Yeah. So Sam, thank you for that.
That's hilarious. We should have more people do that. That's funny.
Yeah, if you all want to send us like comments and concerns, like please,
that is hilarious.
As long as it relates to Stevia lore, because we have our own lore too.
Yeah.
So as noted in the Discord, which is
Paul Blart lore, and I was like, wait, is that a thing?
Yeah, I really think you'll enjoy Paul Blart 1. I mean, I've only seen
the guy
Paul
who
Blart
plays
1.
Paul Blart is funny.
He is.
Wasn't he in a TV show that was
King of Queens?
Yeah. So I grew up watching that.
Right. Yeah.
But he hasn't really been in anything else.
I think he was in.
Is it because he's trash? I don't know.
No, it's because once you've obviously played Paul Blart, you don't have to play anybody else.
Oh yeah.
He.
Yeah, he probably made enough money for his 8th grandchild
or something like that. Yeah. So I think you'll enjoy it. I think I'm going to go ahead and predict you will at least give it a 7 out of 10. At least a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, well, that's not hard.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll give it an 8 out of 10. I'll bump it up. Why not?
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Sam, thank you so much for that. And as always, we enjoy seeing you in the Discord and on our streams. So, thank you for being an active member of Team Stevia.
You know, Sam, come on the show, man.
Yeah, we need to have him on. And for his band, too, the Others Like Us.
Yeah, because that was funny. Well, come on.
Yeah, but literally
this has given you an in. You just come on.
Well, but we were going to interview them like 2 times, but then the first time COVID hit. Yeah. And then the second time, there was like a scheduling issue, and then also Outline and Color came on. So we will have Sam.
Yeah, and I got confused because I got confused because I was like, wait, didn't we already have them on? But no, we just talked to them about it, and it just never happened.
Right. So we will have Sam Smith and the Others Like Us on the podcast before the end of the year. Mark my words. Mark my words. It'll happen. Yeah, gotta throw in the air horn too.
Nice.
So for the main segment, we really don't have a whole lot today. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the VP debate. Lydia, did you watch that or bits and pieces?
I watched the highlights.
Okay, right on. So basically,
I know that The Fly was great.
Oh yes, The Fly. So basically, Senator Kamala Harris and Vice President Mike Pence faced off in a much tamer debate last week. This debate was. It was boring. It was about the facts and the issues.
We love the boring.
Which we do, of course. So it wasn't like 2 old grumpy men yelling at each other. But I will say, I think it's unfair that if Kamala would have erupted like Trump or Biden did, she would have been labeled as a bitch, and that's not fair.
100%.
I mean, and I understand that like whenever Biden said, "Would you shut up, man?" I think that was justified, but there were other times in the debate where Biden like went kind of AWOL, and Trump was just unraveling the whole debate. But of course, like his fans of both people. I mean, I'm not calling Biden a strong and bold leader. I mean, he just had that one good line, and that was it, you know.
Yeah.
But the fact that women, if they were to show any sort of emotion, like they'd be labeled as a bitch, they'd be labeled as, you know, not presidential, they'd be labeled as all of these things, and that's just utterly not fair.
Yeah.
So
makes me mad.
It should make you mad. Oh, Abby's home.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you're hearing the dogs, that's why. And then so we've already alluded to it, but the winner of the debate was the fly on Mike Pence's head. That was hilarious. That was weird. And of course,
and it was there for a long time,
like at least 2 minutes. At
least.
I mean,
how do you not feel a fly in your head?
I guess if you're Mike Pence, you don't really feel anything. I don't know.
Maybe.
It's probably because he didn't ask his mom if he could feel the fly. Hi, Abby.
Hi, Abby.
Yeah. So that's probably what it was. But also, this is a much different version of whenever Bernie Sanders had the bird come on his podium in 2016. That was like a Disney princess moment.
Yeah.
This was like, oh, there's a fly on your head.
Well, because flies only are attracted to shit. Have you seen those memes?
Yeah, those memes. Yeah, they're good.
So funny.
Yeah.
Flies only land on shit. Right. And it's like Pitt's head.
Right. Yeah, it's funny. But overall, that debate was much better. I mean, I, of course, personally think Kamala won, but that might be showing my bias. But I would watch that debate 3 times over the
first one
once.
Oh man,
you know,
I didn't watch the first one either. I only watched the highlights, and they just was awful.
The whole thing was a highlight, and not in a good way.
No,
it was,
yeah,
absolutely. So speaking of debates, what do we have next?
The second presidential debate is canceled, which
over it.
I'm just eye rolling.
Yeah.
PBS reported on October 9th that the Nonpartisan Commission on Presidential Debates confirmed Friday that the October 15th face-off would be scrapped. The decision was made a day after the commission announced the debate would take place virtually because Trump had contracted the coronavirus. Trump balked at holding the debate in that format, and Biden scheduled a town hall with ABC News for that night once Trump said he would not participate. So Biden's still going to be on TV.
Right, for 90 minutes.
There's just not going to be any kind of debate.
Right, and there's your vocabulary word brought to you by PBS. Balked. Balked means refute or otherwise complain, because Trump didn't want it to be virtual, and I wonder if it's because it's much easier to shut somebody off on Zoom or Hangouts or whatever.
It's way easier to click that mute button, pal.
Right, absolutely.
Mute.
Absolutely mute it. So that's great, but the big thing here is that I think this is probably the first time in our lives that I can remember that a presidential debate has been scrapped. But of course, these are extraordinary circumstances. But I just wish Trump would be okay with the Zoom call. I mean,
he just doesn't want to get muted.
Right. Well, I mean, I hate Zoom as much as the next person.
Because Biden probably was like, oh, that's annoying, but I'm going to do it. But
Right.
Trump called into Fox News and was like, no, I'm not going to do this.
Oh yeah, it's all ridiculous.
Like, why? Why are you not going to do it on Zoom, dude? You feel fine. You're saying that you feel fine.
And also, if you're so confident that you're this great man, like you say you are, why not just debate on Zoom? Zoom shouldn't be an issue.
No.
Whatever.
And I just think it's a stupid political move because now Biden's going to have 90 minutes on ABC and Trump's going to have 0.
And right now, Biden is up at least 10% in the polls.
And I wonder how many Trump commercials we're going to see.
During the Biden thing?
Yeah.
That'll be a good thing to, So
that'll be interesting.
So I will at least for sure watch the whole town hall and I will report back on that.
Okay.
On if there are any Trump commercials. But also keep in mind, it depends on like the regions.
Remember when we went to a Pete Buttigieg town hall?
Yeah.
Oh,
and you remember whenever you got that
good
rad
times.
selfie with him?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have the both Pete signs that we have hung up in my garage now. I finally got that taken care of. Yeah.
I miss Mayor Pete.
Yeah. I mean,
those were the good days.
I miss Bernie Sanders, and now we're stuck with Joe Biden and Donald Trump. But whatever. It is what it is.
I miss Mayor Pete.
Yeah. Oh,
At least we have Kamala.
Yeah, Kamala's not bad.
She's only 45.
Which is great. Or I think she's 55. But
55.
But that's much better than almost 80. Much better than
almost 80.
Yeah.
It's more like grounded to us.
Yeah.
It's like more close to us than 80.
Well, and it's more close to like our parents who, they're obviously like your parents and my parents. They're our elders, but they haven't lost their minds. Like they're still mentally and physically capable.
Yeah.
Like they're adults.
They're adults.
Yeah, absolutely. So next up, in the music world, unfortunately, guitar legend Eddie Van Halen has passed away.
So sad.
Yeah. So I know for sure my dad was bummed about it. I texted your dad about it, and he was sad about it too. So on October 6th, guitarist Eddie Van Halen passed away after a years-long battle with throat cancer. Van Halen is often regarded as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, guitarist of all time.
Stay tuned for a tribute to Eddie Van Halen as we recognize his impact on music even decades after his band Van Halen reached their height of popularity.
Yeah, and on his passing, our good friend Stephen Walker and of course our house band, if you want to call him that, When the Clock Strikes, who he is an incredible guitarist too. So Stephen said, "From the moment I picked up a guitar, Eddie Van Halen influenced my playing infinitely so. It's forever in my DNA as a player. The beauty is that it's not unique to me. So many of us are and will continue to be influenced by his perpetual chase of innovation and expressiveness. Long live the king."
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, and
I got goosebumps.
Yeah, well, I mean, and that was like, so whenever we talk about the tribute later, I included part of our Discord conversation and how it blew your mind because I mean, of course, you knew who Van Halen was. You just weren't as familiar with his music, and that's okay.
Right.
But then, so we'll talk about that later. But finally, before we head to Stevia's sound off, we do have a little bit of Stevia news. So October is going to be a crazy month, a crazy busy month for us outside of the show, as we've already seen. So there will be, I think, at least 2 more episodes where Lydia will be gone, and we will have a different co-host.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean Lydia's going away permanently, so please don't worry about that. She's just getting married and doing her
retiring.
honeymoon. Yeah, no, because we have a lot of great stuff in the pipeline, and we are coming up on our 100th episode.
Yes, we are.
Which
that's
is
crazy.
4 episodes from now, and we are planning something. So if you are still not in the Discord, let this be your reminder to join the Discord. Because I'm pretty sure that our thing that we're going to do, we still haven't thought of it yet, will be Discord exclusive.
It will probably be, yeah.
Right. I mean, we'll probably like do something on stream, but only Discord people can participate in it is more than likely what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So we also have, speaking of Discord, we have new features that should be rolling out this month that we're very excited about.
We're excited for those.
Yeah. And then we also have, we'll have announcements in November as well. So we do have things in the pipeline. We just got to wait for October to pass to actually implement them.
Yeah. I'm going to be gone basically half of this month.
Well, yeah. And also, I mean, obviously the show's important, but getting married and going on your honeymoon is like infinitely more important. So like the last thing I want you stressing about, and I'm sure you want you stressing about, is the Stevia show. So I mean that totally makes sense. So once November rolls around, we'll
be back to normal.
Cool stuff. Absolutely,
and we'll have some cool stuff to do.
We will. And including one this week. It starts this week, actually. The innovation.
It does.
So join the Discord and keep on the lookout for stuff like that. And before,
also, if anybody's watching on YouTube, I still have a Band-Aid on my finger.
Oh yeah. Tell us about that.
So remember,
we didn't have that in the. Yeah, go ahead.
So well, I just thought about it because I'm looking at it. It kind of hurts still. So Steven was streaming on Tuesday, which I've really sucked this week. But Steven was streaming on Tuesday, and I'm like trying to cook and play Among Us really quick because I'm hungry. Yeah. Matt's going to be home, but also I really want to play with the Stevia show. And so I'm like,
that was a fun group. That was a really good time.
It was so fun.
You and Lakin, though. Great team.
I think I went undefeated as an imposter, but it's fine. So I'm over there, and I'm like hurrying, and so I'm too impatient to try to find the scissors to open up the chicken package. So we're doing HelloFresh, and so the packaging comes, it's like the chicken comes in this package, you have to cut it open to get the chicken out. Well, I'm like, where are the scissors? Can't find the scissors, have to hurry, whatever. So I take a knife, and I'm holding, just like this, I'm holding the thing, and I go, whoop, and just sliced my finger, and there is blood everywhere. It's all over the sink. It's on my arm. I send a picture to the Stevia show, and I'm like, "Hey guys, sorry, I just cut my finger off.
Sorry, I'm bleeding." Yeah,
it's blood all over the apartment. Anyways, I'm pretty sure I should have went and got stitches because it still kind of like bleeds a little bit, and it's been like almost a week.
You should at least go to urgent care.
But I butterflied it underneath this Band-Aid, so hopefully it's just gonna be fine.
Okay, hopefully. Well, keep us updated.
I still have a finger. We're good. I have feeling in it.
Good. Yeah. So keep us updated on that, and you and your finger will be in our thoughts.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. So next up, we do have Stevia Sound Off. So Stevia Sound Off is a section where Team Stevia sends us questions and takes, good or bad, we don't care. And as long, kind of like what Sam Smith did, but that was outside of, but it was a take. So there's an example. We haven't had a lot of takes yet. That is a take.
That's a take.
Yeah. And as long as they're within reason, everyone on the show will answer them. We post a weekly thread on our Instagram story and our Twitter, and we have a dedicated channel on our Discord for this section.
True.
So what's in the mailbag for this week, Lydia?
So HBR asks, what is /are the ultimate pizza topping /toppings?
Okay, really quick though, we do have 2 pizza related questions. So can we just make a baseline assumption that this is a regular pizza with red sauce and cheese on top?
Correct.
Instead of like a white sauce.
Yes.
Like this is just a regular pizza.
Yeah, but you have to say, you're telling me what your ultimate pizza topping would be.
But that changes if it's white sauce. Like I want different things on my pizza if it's not a regular pizza, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we're just going with a baseline pizza.
Baseline pizza.
Okay. So for me, if I were to just choose a pizza outright, I do love the chicken bacon ranch pizza. Those are delicious. Mm-hmm. But I think I would have to choose. I'm a simple man. It's just simple like that. So I would choose hamburger and mushroom on pizza. It's so good.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's what I would choose.
My ultimate pizza.
Oh, and extra cheese. Sorry, gotta have extra cheese.
Extra cheese. So my ultimate pizza topping, if I could go when I go in, and I'm not sharing with Matt or anybody else, and I'm having my own pizza, I'm having a no cheese pizza.
Right.
Well, you said it has to be plain red sauce?
Yes.
So chicken and pineapple.
Okay. Gotcha.
Would be my toppings.
Okay. And that follows up to our next question, unless you had something else to add.
Nope.
Okay, gotcha. So next up, Blake Westby asks, this is our second and final pizza related question. Pineapple on pizza, yes or yes?
Yes.
For me, it's no, but I will not look down on people for liking pineapple on pizza. I think that's just like, I mean, do I think it's gross? Yes, but I like pineapple outside of pizza.
Yeah.
You know, no big deal. Like,
but have you had it on pizza?
Yeah, and it's just not my favorite.
So what would be your ultimate favorite pizza?
My ultimate
If you
favorite
didn't
pizza.
have to order, if you got to your own personal pizza and you go somewhere, what is your favorite pizza?
Okay, so this is outside of the baseline pizza.
Outside.
Okay, so
anything you could ever want.
Okay, oh my gosh. So Hideaway Pizza had my favorite pizza of all time, and they got rid of it, and I'm very sad. It was called the Little Kahuna. It was white sauce with like feta cheese on top of the regular cheese, and then so it was like cheese, feta cheese, sun-dried tomatoes, spinach, and bacon, like little pieces of bacon.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So good.
Oh, with an olive oil, like toasted, or what's it called? Not toasted. Drizzled crust.
Drizzled.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love that pizza so much, and that would be my ultimate pizza.
So
is to resurrect that.
Yeah. So mine, Hideaway also has
I love Hideaway.
absolute favorite pizza. I can't remember what it's called, but my favorite pizzas are barbecue chicken pizzas, no cheese.
Okay.
So always no cheese.
Right.
Just so the world knows.
Right.
I normally just say no cheese.
Right.
Barbecue.
Fictitious illness.
Yeah.
As my dad would say. Sorry.
Barbecue chicken pizza, no cheese, pineapple, and the Hideaway has this sauce that they put on one of their pizzas that I love so much. It's like a balsamic.
Oh, that's good.
It's
the vinaigrette
sauce.
Yes,
the vinaigrette.
Yes.
That's
good.
That would be my
Hideaway
perfect
has
pizza.
a lot of good pizzas. Hideaway is my favorite
I've never
local pizza chain.
been to Hideaway and been disappointed.
Oh, same.
Like,
and they're 50-50s where it's half fried mushrooms, half...
you love those.
I have to
so
get one every
good.
time. Because,
every time.
I mean, and those what's so dumb is those two things together are not hard to find, but they sell them separately. So at Hideaway, you get half mushrooms, half mozzarella sticks, and it is... Mwah, chef's kiss. So good.
Chef's kiss.
So next up, we actually have Mike Cambiano. He's been more active in the Discord, so good to see him.
He just got married, too.
He did. He just got married 2 weeks ago. This is October's wedding month, and it's great. It really is a good month to get married. So what word rustles your jimmies every time you hear it? And
I feel like Steven has a whole list.
I have a few. I know the go-to answer is moist. Nobody likes that word. So I'm gonna...
It's disgusting.
It is gross, but I'm going to skip it because everybody doesn't no one likes the word moist.
Okay.
So I think I would choose... I don't like the word pamphlet. I don't know why. It's the PH, but I don't like cringe. I just prefer brochure. It's a dumb thing. I recognize it's dumb.
Oh, can you hand me that brochure?
Yeah, the brochure, please.
The brochure. It feels more
now
more fancy.
More pinky
more
out.
fancy.
Now,
it's a brochure.
Two words that I love to say on the opposite side of this. I love the word crisp because it starts in the back of your mouth and goes to the front.
Yeah.
It travels the whole way. It's very satisfying.
The whole way.
And then another word I really like to say is pontificate, which means to add unnecessary enunciation on words. Yeah. So
pontificate.
Fun word. Yeah.
Wow, you really thought hard about this.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't have any. I would say moist.
That's okay.
But we'll just skip that. The C word?
Oh, yes. That you do not like that word. And you also don't like words that are not anatomically correct. So if you were to have a kid and it was you had a son, you wouldn't tell him to call his penis his pee-pee. Like you don't like words like that.
I do not like that.
Because scientifically, that's of course not accurate.
Well, yeah, and why are you trying to? Yeah, no.
There's wrong.
There's a whole list of reasons why you should not teach your kid to call it a pee-pee.
Right.
Anyways.
Yeah, or your hoo-ha. Like, no, it's penis and vagina. That's what it is. That's what it always will be. Yeah.
Yes, it's your butt.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it. Yeah, and it's society has made it where penis is a bad word and it's not a bad word.
Vagina is a bad word, and it's not.
Boobs.
Yeah, boobs.
Those are things.
Right. Not your whatever. Like I don't even know.
Chi-chis.
Oh yeah. But say because obviously
I do hate that.
Because obviously I wasn't.
I forgot I hated that until you just brought it up, and now I'm like, oh yeah, I hate that.
Yeah. Well, but you're just so like your education and stuff is like rooted in science. And,
yes.
Right. And
come on.
And I agree 100%. There's no sense in using. Like, because like whenever when and if like we have kids, like it's not going to be like, hey, that's your pee-pee, that's your hoo-ha. Like no, like it's
you should teach them correctly.
Absolutely,
you should for sure.
And there is nothing wrong with those.
The
words.
other thing too that I rustles my jimmies a little bit is like, for instance, it's gonna when you name your kid Steven Tyler English, but then you call him Tyler.
Oh,
like why would you not just name him Tyler if you're gonna just if you're just gonna call him Tyler?
I take that up with mom and dad. I have no idea.
Well, it's not just your mom and dad. Like it's everywhere.
I'm just saying for this particular instance because
it is funny
because I was up until I went to college
Tyler,
which is it's foreign to me now.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, but your brother calls you Tyler, and I'm like.
But see, that's okay because he was in my life pre-2011. But it's still weird. But it's nobody.
But like, why name your kid a name and not call him the name?
I don't know. I mean, I would understand like a nickname. Like if your kid was named like Archibald and you called him Archie.
That's
that
fine.
Makes sense.
But if you name him Archibald Wilson the third, then you're gonna call him Wilson. I'm like, why just not call him Wilson?
Yeah, name him Wilson Archibald. Like no big deal. Yeah,
that is something that rustles my jimmies, guys. Because I'm just like, why just not? If you're gonna call him by the middle name, just name him the middle name, the first name, and then swap them.
Right. I don't know. It makes no sense. So next up, J-Tag asks, if you were a furry, what would your fursona be? Now, I do want to preface really quick.
I need an explanation because I have no idea.
Well, really quick. Okay. J-Tag is not a furry. He does not sympathize with furries. I just want to make that very clear because he actually sent the meme where it was like furries are stronger than anti-maskers. And
I don't know what a furry is.
Oh, okay. So
I'm going to Google it.
Okay. You're probably going to be kind of disgusted. I don't agree with the furry lifestyle, but that's your choice as a free person to do. It's people who dress up as like essentially mascots. But they do it as like a hobby. So I mean, like, I don't get it. A lot of people don't get it, but I'm not going to look down on people because I'm sure there's things that I do. Like I watch PBS documentaries, and you're like, Steven, why do you do that all the time? And that's just because that's what I like to do. So yeah, it's weird. But I think, and another thing I don't get about furries either is that they always pick cool animals. Like, why is nobody ever like a rat or a cockroach or
Yeah, these guys are wolves.
Most of them are wolves. Yeah, so I think if I were to choose an animal to personify myself, I'd choose a fox. Like sly, smart, that's what I would choose. And Lydia still doesn't get it.
Have a face. I'm so sorry. I'm reading this and I'm just like, no, this is odd.
It is odd, but and that's why I prefaced that Joe is not one.
The question is, if you were a furry, what would your fursona be?
And that's what they call him too. And that's why. And so now that you understand, that's why I had to clear Joe's name and that he doesn't like furries. It's just a funny
secret
question.
Furrier?
No, he's not. 100% not.
For my persona?
Your fursona.
My fursona. So what kind of animal am I like?
I think I have one for you.
Tell me.
I would say you exemplify a hedgehog because hedgehogs are small.
That's accurate.
And they're fierce and,
That's true. They're pretty fast and
they're fast. Yeah. And I mean, you don't have like a spiny back. But...
Yeah, I would agree with you on that.
Okay. So...
I was thinking like a small animal, I was like gerbil, but there's got to be a better one than a gerbil.
Well, gerbils are cute. I mean, why not? I mean, yeah.
I like yours.
Okay, cool. And then I'd pick a fox for myself.
Yeah.
Is what I would
choose.
I
think that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, if you Google this though,
but what I don't get about
be prepared.
What I don't get about furries is they always choose cool animals. Like they never choose like cockroaches, rats. Like. Vermin.
Well, yeah, because who is going to think that their fursona
it's such a funny word.
Is fursona. A cockroach?
I don't know.
To me, okay, so like Jeffrey Dahmer, probably a cockroach for fursona.
But he probably wouldn't choose that for himself.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. And then finally, okay, you can read the last one because this one's definitely more direct.
Blake Westerby asked PS5 or Xbox Series X?
I mean,
PS5 all day.
So
all day, every day.
For a bit of backstory, if you would have asked us this question like between the PS2 and the Xbox, I would have chosen the PS2 because it's like the PS2 is like one of the greatest consoles of all time.
True.
And gaming wise, I'm definitely on Team Nintendo.
Yes, you are.
And
100%.
I don't play a lot of the PlayStation exclusives, but I'm also not like a fanboy either way except for Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
But I would choose in this generation the PS5 only because I have a PC. And a lot of the games that are Microsoft exclusives come out on PC too. So therefore, I would get, the best of both worlds by having a PS5 and my PC. Mm-hmm. So that's what I would choose.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool. Right on.
But he would choose Nintendo. If Nintendo was in this category, it would Nintendo every time.
100% Nintendo, yeah.
I was just making sure that was the last one.
Cool.
So
It was.
That was fun.
Awesome. That was a good time. So yeah, we didn't really have a lot of news, but I'm glad that Lydia now knows what a furry is and how strange it is.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if I'm that happy that I know what a fursona is now.
Lydia, this year has just been terrible.
Like,
so what better time to break it to you when the world is crumbling that these people exist?
Ugh.
You know?
Where do they exist?
A lot of places. There was actually there was actually one in Tulsa. There was a furry I saw flyers for it at the mall. What was the name of it? It was really bad. Like the name was really bad. It was like Tales in Tulsa or something like that. I saw it was at Think Geek because I was looking because they were having a Funko Pop sale.
Yeah.
And then there were actual furries there. I went on a really bad day, I guess, and they were handing out these flyers, which they have a right to do. Like I'm not going to sit here and say they shouldn't exist.
What kind of furries were they?
Wolves.
Always a wolf.
One was a wolf, and I think one was like a tiger or something like that. Again, always cool animals. I mean, like, if I were to be a furry,
but their furries aren't even that cool.
I mean, no, but
like, if I had a fursona, I would make sure that my hedgehog was like a great costume.
Oh, and not
their
like a mascot.
Their costumes are like trash, kind of. The ones I just saw on the internet.
I'm gonna look and see what that thing was called. I think it was Tales in Tulsa.
No, that's embarrassing.
No, I want to know.
Oh, that's so sad.
It was.
Would you just Google furries in Tulsa?
No, I typed in Tales in Tulsa, but that is actually a Tales of Tulsa is a dog walking service.
Oh, we love that.
So yeah, we love that.
10 out of 10 on that one.
I'm look up Tulsa Furry Convention, and I'm gonna infinitely regret it. That's why I'm in incognito mode right now, so the FBI can't track me.
Yeah.
So, really
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So that was called. Oh, okay. Even worse. Okay, Tails is involved, but what is another T word that you think of when you think of Oklahoma? And we'll see if you can get it.
TP.
No, but not a bad guess. It's called Tails and Tornadoes.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so Tails and Tulsa would have been way better. Would have been way better.
No.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, yours was way better.
Yeah, so there you go.
That is just embarrassing.
Tails and Tornadoes, free name for you. Won't even charge you for it. Don't want to charge you for it.
Don't even want to ever see you.
Yeah.
Please don't find us. We don't need it.
So on that note, I think that is everything that we have to talk about today.
That's all.
And you can, of course, follow us on all the social media platforms with the handle at The Stevia Show. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast on whichever podcast app that you listen to. If you're on YouTube, search for The Stevia Show and subscribe with the notification bell, and be sure to smash that icon.
Smash it.
Smash it.
Make sure to check out our streams. We stream at least twice a week. Well, I've kind of sucked, but...
Well, you're getting married.
We stream at least twice a week.
Excusable.
Stream schedules are posted on all platforms monthly and on our Instagrams weekly. Anchor producers are able to join multiplayer streams and in-game chat. We would like to thank our Anchor producers for their continued support. You can support us for as little as 99 cents a month and receive exclusive Discord codes and bonus episodes every month, which we have them. I have it written. It's just doing it.
Oh, right. Well, again, October's been a busy month.
Yeah.
Like literally, once you get husbanded up, we will totally
love that.
We will be back on the A game. So yeah, no worries. And then plus, it's not also just Lydia. It's also me because I'm involved.
He's literally in every single wedding this month.
Yeah, my only free weekends this month were last weekend
the first
and Halloween weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah. So it's going to be fun. But thankfully there are weddings of all people that I enjoy. So
yes.
That's good.
Yes.
And also we have merchandise available through our links in our social bios and our show notes. So whenever you visit us online, check out our link tree and click on merch. We ship nationwide as well. I don't really think we talked about anywhere except for Tulsa. So unfortunately, Tulsa's the only place we'll ship to this week.
Yeah, and it'll get there pretty fast because you're local.
Yeah, I mean, and we'll honestly, we probably just like drive.
We could probably just drive it to you, honestly.
Yeah. So as mentioned earlier, we are doing a tribute to guitarist Eddie Van Halen featuring Stephen Walker of When the Clock Strikes. So funny story about this. Lydia initially asked if I, Stephen, not Stephen Walker, Stephen English, was going to do the tribute, to which I replied with a very resounding fuck no, and tell me with a straight face that you think I can play this. So then Lydia listened.
Actually happened.
Yeah. So then Lydia listened to the song that Stephen Walker is going to be playing next, called Eruption, which is one of the greatest guitar solos of all time. And Lydia, what was your reply?
Oh.
Yeah.
I literally listened to the whole thing and then I like typed to Stephen because after literally the first 5 seconds, I just went, oh.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you know how sometimes I do that? I'm like, oh, yeah, that was it.
So I 100%
I was
can't
like,
play
oh,
Eruption.
yeah, that's, no.
Yeah. So instead of our normal outro, please enjoy this rendition of Eddie Van Halen's 1978 guitar solo Eruption by Stephen Walker of When the Clock Strikes. Caution, you may lose your socks. But for now, this is Steven.
And this is Lydia.
And we will see you all later.
Bye.
Bye.